Hey everyone, Dr. Brian Schwabe here, coming at you today with 5 quick mobility tips for any of your travel when you're in the hotel. So we're gonna go over a couple different moves. We're gonna go over 5 specific moves for the entire body, whether you're going on a travel trip right now during the springtime for spring break. Easy stuff you can just set a few minutes aside for just to work on mobility. So let's dive right into that stuff. So for these, we're gonna go through head to toe, and we're gonna start with our shoulder. Okay, so we're gonna go through shoulder CARs, okay? And CARs stands for controlled articular rotations. So all we're trying to do here is we're trying to get a global range of motion through the shoulder joint, as much of it as we can, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand up nice and tall. We're gonna keep every other part of our body extremely tense, except for the shoulder we're gonna work on, okay? That shoulder, keep your thumb up. You're gonna raise as high as you can tolerate. Once you hit your barrier or your end range, go ahead and start to slowly turn your palm down and come up and around, okay? Now, you can also reverse that direction, okay? And you can come up and around this way, okay? For this purpose, let's just go forward right now, okay? We're gonna go 5 of them forward, reach as high as you can, hit that range, so just slowly turn your palm down and come up and around. Now, if you're having pain earlier on in the motion, okay, shorten up the motion, okay? So if you're having pain right about here, stop right before that and shorten up the motion, okay? Make it as pain-free as possible. Okay, shoot anywhere from 2 to 3 sets of 5 for that, okay? Nice and slow is really what you want to obtain with this one. Now we're gonna move into shoulder blade next, okay? We're gonna do shoulder blade CARs, okay? Same thing, this is the other missing piece of shoulder health, okay? We always work on shoulder joint, we often miss shoulder blade, which is also gonna help you with a little bit of neck mobility too. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna tense the rest of our body, except for the side we're working, and we're gonna go up and forward from that shoulder blade, and then we're gonna go up and backwards with that shoulder blade. Okay, that's considered 1 rep. We're gonna do 5 of these as well. Okay, up and forward, nice and slow, moving from your shoulder blade, up and back. One more time. So again, you'll notice my entire arm's not really moving. It's just kind of hanging on for the ride when I'm going through this. The primary motion is being driven from my shoulder blade. Okay, so those are the first 2. The next one's gonna be for kind of middle spine and a little bit of hip. So let's get into a half kneeling position. Okay, we're gonna have 1 leg down, 1 leg up. Keep your hands out in front of you, okay? Keep yourself in a nice tall position, and you're just gonna rotate with your arm, let your head follow. Go as far as you can, and come back. We're gonna try 5 of these as well. Notice how I'm letting my head follow. My leg is down the entire time. I'm not picking up my leg because that would be rotating from the wrong area. You will get a little hip mobility as well with this one, but it's primarily opening up that middle spine, neck, as well as just rotation. Try both sides, 2 to 3 sets of 5 for those, okay? So the next one we're gonna use the chair for, okay? Most of the hotel rooms you're gonna be in when you're traveling have some type of chair. It's usually on wheels. Easy way to do this, we're gonna work on a hip hinge, okay? It's a motion we often don't do, but it's really good for opening up the hamstrings, lumbopelvic region, and getting you to get into a better position without rounding from your back, okay? So hands are gonna be on top of the chair, knees slightly bent, always be in a shoulder width position, okay? If you're not sure how to get in that position, I always tell people, if you feel like you can jump from that position, you're probably in a pretty good stance. So hands are gonna be here. You're gonna push the chair away as you push your butt back, okay? Your head's gonna follow and come through. Push butt back, push the chair away, and come through. Notice how my knees are staying bent slightly the whole time, okay, but they're not straightening and locking out as I try to go backwards. I'm just hinging from that hip, trying to get my butt to move back and my trunk to come forward at the same time. The chair really helps with that, okay? So the last one I want to go through is going to be called hip CARs, okay? Again, these CARs stand for controlled articular rotations. We're just trying to get global range at that joint. So hold on to something for balance. If you want to work on balance at the same time, you don't have to. I often say this is just for mobility. Don't worry about the balance part. Nice tall posture. Bring your hip up in as much flexion as you can tolerate. Once you get to that position, start to rotate it out to the side and turn your hip once you hit that barrier, okay? Notice I'm trying not to move from my lower back here, okay? So I'm going as high as I can, hit that barrier, open up, come up and around, okay? You can also go backwards with this one. Okay, now again, if you're having hip pain at any point, stop the range early and work through it. So again, tense everything else up in your body, go through your range up. I'm having pain a little bit before that. I'll stop and I'll come up and around there. Okay, so you can modify any of these to shorten up the range. Okay, the purpose is just to get as much mobility as you can and get as much of that joint to move without pain. Okay, eventually you'll start to notice it will open up a little bit more for you. Okay, so these are really easy exercises that you can do in the hotel room while you're traveling for spring break or any of your other trips. So if you guys like this stuff, I'm here every single week coming at you with more mobility tips, injury prevention tips, and performance tips. If you guys like this stuff, follow me on Instagram at BrianSchwabeDPT or BrianSchwabeDPT.com. Thanks for watching.